I really do hope everyone is ready to like soak in insightful knowledge from today's session. For me personally, I'm very, very much ready. It's going to be a very insightful one, just like the last one. And so let's get right in. Once again, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the last session of our mentorship program. And this is in collaboration with Club E.F.I. If you are just joining us today, Club E.F.I is a finance club, and we're doing this together, this mentorship program together, which was for 4 weeks, and today being the last week. Today being the last week, we started with week one with Mr. Segun. He was our guest, our first guest speaker, and we had a very interesting topic: identifying opportunities and building a viable idea as an entrepreneur. Where we talked about how you can find your niche and focus on where there are opportunities. So we moved on to the second week, which was our second session, where we talked about from concept to company, building a solid business foundation. We discussed the importance of building a strong founding team with complementary skills. We also touched on how entrepreneurs can pitch their ideas to investors, and also how entrepreneurs can secure funding. And for this second session, we had Mr. Lauren Femi join us as our second guest. He taught us very extensively on this topic. And for our last conversation last weekend, which was week three, we had a discussion on the topic from launch to growth, strategies for scaling your business. So during this session, we learned how to acquire new customers and retain existing customers, be it from online or offline marketing techniques. And this must be like suitable to the style of your business. I still remember last weekend, Mr. Segun highlighted like five most important things in your journey to growth as an entrepreneur. First one, talent. If you can do something exceptionally well, do it. Second, customer. You need your customer to be in business. Third, technology, because technology is important to scale today. Technology is all around us. 10 years ago, 10 years ago, we're not talking about AI. Today, we're talking about AI. So you have to be in the loop of technology. Leadership, which is the fourth one. If the leadership of the business is in shambles, there's no clear like roadmap for the business. So being our final mentorship program today, I tried to like summarize what we have been learning these past few weeks. So which brings us to today's topic: the untold stories, entrepreneurial battles, and overcoming challenges. I'm sure from this topic we can already tell this is going to be a very interesting one. So just like every business, there's always going to be ups and downs as an entrepreneur. Like it's inevitable. Even Warren Buffett said this in one of his interviews. An interviewer was asking him what was his bet on this particular business when he was choosing it for a stock. It was like he was like he thought of it as a long term. He wasn't saying that it wasn't going to fail at a time, but like he thought of it as a long term thing. So in business, there's always going to be there's always going to be ups and downs. But how you manage it is what will keep you going in your journey. So in this closing session, Mr. Shegun is also going to like touch more on this topic. So guys, you know how this works. Basically, this is the final session. So we're going to talk for some minutes, and the remaining minutes we'll leave it open for to entertain questions and contributions. But also I wanted to remind us, so I have good news on the mentorship program, the apprenticeship program we promised um when we started this lesson, and I'm going to be dropping it at the end of this session. So guys, you want to wait behind to gain more knowledge on this. So regarding today's topic, I want to hear from us because this topic is quite personal. Because as an entrepreneur, there are always going to be challenges, or there are challenges you have gone through or you have experienced yourself. But how do you deal with these challenges? What How do you stay resilient? How do you overcome obstacles in your business? What keeps you going as an entrepreneur? Um, Before we go on, we would like to hear from one or two people, then we can go on. What keeps you going as an entrepreneur? How do you overcome obstacles? Okay, DJ wants to speak. DJ, please go for it. Hello, DJ. Was it a mistake or network? Um, I'll assume it's DJ is having network issues. But basically, because of today's topic, which focus on like untold stories, entrepreneur battles, and how you can overcome challenges, uh, it's really focusing on us, like on a much more personal level. How do you overcome? How do you face obstacles in your business? Because we all know there's always going to be tough time. Not all the time is going to be all rosy. But how do you stay resilient during these times? So today we have Mr. Segun, who has been with us from week 1. Is going to also take over this session, and let's kickstart, guys. So Mr. Segun, good evening again. I think I've granted you permission to speak. We welcome you. So over to you. So basically, just introduce yourself, because I'm sure some members are joining us for the first time today. So you
Yeah,
can just introduce yourself and then we kickstart.
yeah, Victor, I'm here now. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, my network has been bad a bit. Yeah, so good evening, everyone. Thank you again for the opportunity. Okay, so let's let's sorry, just some background noise on my side. Okay, so I would be talking a bit about the challenges of business as well as overcoming them. But this session tonight will actually warrant that we also hear from other people so that we can all learn. No man is an island of knowledge, and I don't know everything. Yes, I've been in business for more than 15 years. But again, till tomorrow, I keep learning because the moment you stop innovating and learning, the moment your business may begin to die. So, in terms of overcoming challenges, I want you to know that business world is full of its up and downs. It's never going to be constant up and up all the way. There are ups and downs, and there are a lot of factors that are that can affect your business. Apart from the entrepreneurial skill sets, because some people are not just cut out for the entrepreneurial journey, and you don't need to force it. You need to understand your peculiarity. So if you're that kind of person that you are not cut out for entrepreneurship, you just like the 9 to 5, tell me what to do, tell me my KPIs, and let me do my KPIs and collect my salary and go home, then you have a lot of headaches that you would have saved yourself from. So the first thing, most challenges are always from inside out. So having established that fact that you want to be an entrepreneur, then there are other factors that can help you overcome challenges. What are these factors? Collaboration and support. I see a lot of entrepreneurs, they want to be James Bond. They want to do everything. Yes, at the beginning, you may be your marketer, you may be yourselves accountant, you may be yourselves, transporter, and you may be the person doing everything. But as time goes on, and as you make a bit of money in the business, you can actually always introduce somebody the you can actually introduce somebody into the business, either as a partner with a watertight legal agreement, or stock options where, okay, I can't pay you so much salary, but I can give you some stocks from the business. Or if I can pay you salary, then why not? Or you can incentivize the salary a lot, the remuneration, and say a lot of this will be on commissions, and then this other one will be on salary. You need to get as many support as possible. In Club E.F.I, we've even built a mobile app where all that you need as an entrepreneur, you can get from that mobile app. So a lot of us, we need a lot of support for our businesses. Accounting support, tax related support, um, um, marketing support, legal support, in terms of interpreting contracts, signing up, issuing purchase orders, and things like that. Don't try to do everything by yourself because you can get drowned in it. I've seen fantastic ideas die because I have seen people lack support, right? So after ensuring that you're cut out for entrepreneurship, The next thing is to amass as much support as possible. Also critical to this support are those who have gone ahead of you in that business. Don't compete with someone you should be learning from. You may not have a Dangote as your mentor, you may not have an Otedola as your mentor, but you may just have that person
Hello, Mr.
who
Shegun.
started that
Can you hear me?
business a year. Sorry? Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I, yeah, I feel like you are lagging a lot. I don't know if it's my network too, but I feel like you are lagging a lot. Like there is a lot of um lags on your end.
You mean
Because
there's a
you said you
latency
have
in my
network.
in okay, how is it now? Is it better now?
Uh, there's still like lags, like hearing the first sentence. I mean, hearing the beginning of the sentence, but not hearing the ending. That kind of lag.
Oh my god. What do I do now? Um how about now? Is it better now?
I think it's all right. It's better than before. Guys, please, can you hear Mr. Shegun? So it's not only me that
But
it's
I
not
can
only
hear
my network
you.
I'm using to
I,
text. You can hear
Victor, I
me
can hear you
properly.
well. Yes, I can
Okay,
hear you
okay, okay,
well.
okay, okay. Then you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay. So I'm saying you shouldn't be competing with people that you should learn from. So if there is someone who is in that line of business of yours, seek for the person's support, seek for the person's guidance. May not actually always be monetary, right? Seek for the person's advice. A lot of people want to share what they know to support other entrepreneurs. So please seek for support to mitigate these challenges. Now, the third one is your regulatory framework. Some businesses go under because they are operating, I won't say illegally, but they've not done the right thing. They've not registered the business, they've not been filing their tax returns. So sometimes they get fines, sometimes they get, issues with the government, and then it becomes a problem for them. So in those places, we also see businesses go down. So those are challenges of the business. Other challenges also relates to numbers of the business. You can't keep doing business year in, year out without taking time to look at the numbers of your business. You need to know how many invoices you've issued. You need to know how many debtors you've got, because debtors can actually run your business to the ground. So please, as much as possible, understand in clear terms if your business is making money. 2 weeks ago, or was it the first 3 weeks ago, the first session we had, I spoke about your burn rate, I talk about your profit margin, I talk about your break-even point. Thankfully, this session is recorded, so you can always go back and go and check. So you are actually making money. Don't just say, oh, I think it cost me 50,000 naira to do this job, and my profit margin is 10%, or my markup is 10%. Because if it's markup, I mean, there's a difference between markup and margin. Your markup is 11%, which means your profit margin is about 9.91%. So you need to know the numbers of your business in details, because these are the challenges that you have seen entrepreneurs have and makes their business go under. Okay, but again, we would like to hear, by the nature of this session, we would like to hear from you, what your own challenges are, and then we can all learn, and we can also all share strategies on how we can overcome these challenges. Now, the battles. So I deliberately spoke about the challenges first before, now coming to the battles in entrepreneurship. Your number one battle is your competitor, because you guys are competing for the same market share. The battle you face in entrepreneurship journey is that some people don't want you to thrive in that business. Why? Because you're all competing for the same market share. And as a result of that, we have seen companies either do a hostile takeover of their competitors, or we have seen companies who have actually set up other companies by either poaching their employees, getting their trade secrets, and so on and so forth. So the battles around these things, around entrepreneurship, can be very devastating. Can be very, very, very devastating. So when it comes to battles that we face, we see these things day in, day out. But I just have a word of encouragement for someone, that you shouldn't give up so long as you are, doing having this right strategy, and that you can actually win these battles, because really, your business is not the first and it won't be the last. All right. So at this point, I'd like to drop the mic. By nature of the topic given to me tonight, there should be more of you guys talking and I giving my own advice as to the challenges that you're facing and how you can overcome them. But again, in summary, the first one is personal. Second one is not getting support from the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shegun. That was really insightful. So as Mr. Shegun has said, so basically how this today's topic is meant to go is meant to be very, very interactive between you guys and us at this end. So guys, today's topic is, just in case you're trying to understand what we're talking about, is the untold stories, entrepreneur battles, and overcoming challenges as an entrepreneur. So basically, what this topic is trying to tell us is there are always going to be ups and downs in business, as we all know. As an entrepreneur, there's always going to be like ups and downs, but how you overcome these challenges is how you stay resilient during these times is what makes the journey what makes your entrepreneur journey very, very very insightful. So guys, want to hear from you, especially entrepreneurs in the house. Even if you are just starting in, even if you are just about to start your entrepreneur journey, how do you overcome obstacles in your business? What how do you face obstacles in your business? What are the challenges? What are the setbacks you have faced in the past or you are facing right now in your entrepreneur journey? What are they like? Let us know, guys, because as we all know, Mr. Shengo is really is a seasoned businessman himself, and he has gone through some of these he has gone through like a lot of these stages, and he's yet to like put a number of us through. So guys, you can drop it in the chat box. You can drop it in the chat box, or you can request to speak by tapping on the icon in the middle of this call right now. How do you overcome challenges when you see setbacks in your business, in your entrepreneur journey? How do you go over them? How do you stay resilient? Guys, over to you. We're just going to waste like a few minutes. Guys, we want to hear from you. Some people are like entrepreneurs here, are going through some things right now. You are going through some things right now and you don't know like the way forward, or you have gone through some things in the past which this is how you did, this is how you did. We want to hear everything, guys. DJ wants to speak. Let's um I granted you access to speak, DJ. You can go ahead. Hello,
Yes,
DJ.
sir. Thank you. Yes, I'm on call now. Thank you so much
Okay.
for this opportunity. Actually, for my own business, like I said last week, I'm into contractor supplies. Basically, what we
Okay.
do is we supply raw materials to manufacturing companies. Now, because of all that has happened ever since Tinubu's administration came into power, we've had inflation, we've had um, unification of forex. So a lot of companies today, they are making huge losses. It's even that bad that a lot has even eroded their share capital. Their share capital is negative. So my problem now is just like I said last week, most of the companies we have supplied to, they don't pay us. In fact, since I started the business 3 years ago, I've never been paid. I have done about 6 supplies. Because of the payment not forthcoming, it has stifled and grounded the business. Because we can't even move forward and we can't go back. And I can't give up too. But in the face of all of this, there's just one thing that has been keeping me going. And that one thing is don't quit and don't give up. Yes, 3 years is too short. Maybe one will say, oh, it is still a short time. Maybe when it gets to 10 years, I may not have the strength. Or if we go by the statistics that we've read, that about 80% of startups, they fail in their early primitive years. I think 2 to 5 years. But what I just want to say is you just need to be determined, be positive, and believe in yourself. Thank you.
Mr. Segun, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard his question. I just wanted to be sure that he was done talking. Okay, so if I'm not making a mistake, I think he also asked the same question about 2 weeks ago, or was it last week? Like I said, if you are into raw material supply, you supply manufacturing companies, do you have an agreement in terms of the payments from their procurement team? In the purchase order, what is the payment terms as stated? Is it 30 days net? Is it 45 days net? Is it 1 week net? You need to know and activate it legally. Why should you supply if they will default? Yes, we understand, yes, they can default and things like that. But for 3 years, you've not received your payment, then you need to take these things up legally. And like I said, I am always a money first person in business, because at the end of the month, the payroll to run. My workers are not going to be listening to who I supplied and who did not receive, who didn't make payment, and so on and so forth. And like I also said, be very fast to issuing your invoices and be very slow in making out your payments. What do I mean? You could negotiate with your own suppliers a 45 days net, and then you can negotiate for your own customers who want to pay you a 30 days net or a 15 days net. Right? So as much as possible, try to get in the money. If you can, don't supply them unless you are paid, because it's better that your materials, your raw materials, are with you than it being with some companies that have used it up. They are not paying you. They are not paying for the damages. Inflation rate is eroding the value of the currency by the time they even eventually pay you. That is, if they do pay you, right? So please and please and please, be a money first enterprise. As you develop relationship with the customer, then you can begin to extend some credit facilities, but don't do things that will hurt your business. Don't, because your business will go down. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Segun. Uh, DJ, does that answer your question, or do you still have
Yes,
more
it
things to
does. It
say
does.
to that?
But let me just clarify. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Hello?
you. I can hear you. Please go
Okay.
ahead.
Let
I can
me
hear
let me
you.
just
I can hear you,
clarify.
DJ.
Yeah, let me clarify one or two things. Now, this is
All
how
right.
it works. We are registered with the company. We have our agreement. We filled the form. We have paid the registration fees. So when we supply, they inspect they inspect our consignment. If it meets their quality standards, we are issued with all the necessary documents. For the payment terms, they will say tell us we have, like one of the companies, their payment terms is 2 months. At the end of the second month, they'll be giving us excuses upon excuses. But because we don't want to kind of be very, very harsh, because most of the customers, we've not even done two supplies. It's just the first, and we ended there. And most of them, because it's our first supplies, they always want to be sure that we can deliver the result. So because we want to get the supplies or future supplies. Once we do the first supply, the payment is just hooked and somehow payment is not forthcoming. And of course, we can't do a second supply when we've not gotten the first payment. But that is the situation. I have taken drastic steps, or I'm about to take drastic steps. Some of the steps are taking legal action, suing the company. Another is taking the matter to the attention and bringing it to the corporate office. Another, for those that are listed on the stock market, I have decided to do a whistleblowing because they report their corporate governance report, they report their financials, their quarterly returns, their quarterly reports to the regulatory authorities. I am considering taking it to the capital market regulators just in a bid to get our pay. So these are the steps. Even going forward, I'm even looking at maybe getting a trade facility or maybe a bank guarantee so that at least we could have some leverage and some funding to finance the project. So that's where how far and that's where we have gotten to. Thank you.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ. Mr. Segun, did you get any of that? I believe DJ is done. Mr. Segun, are you still with us?
Yeah, I got it, but I think I should take it privately with him. So let's talk privately,
Okay,
please. I would like to take it privately with him. Yeah, there are a lot in that question.
okay. Okay, that works. That works. So, okay, and Digital Creations wants to speak. So guys, you are free to speak. Remember, like, it's your business, and at the end of the day, you are the one that is going to like bear the cross. And so this is time to like get um solutions or like practical insights on how you can handle these things. Remember, we are not like we don't know everything all by ourselves. We if you have insight or if you need help with solutions or insights, this is the time to like start dropping it in the chat or request to speak. Hans Digital Creations, grant you access to speak now. You can go ahead. Hello, Hans Digital Creations. I just granted you access to speak. You can just click
You
the
can just
icon
click
in
the
middle of the.
icon in middle of the. Okay, okay. Good
Okay.
evening. Okay. Good evening.
Good evening,
Good
Hans
evening,
Digital Creations.
Hans Digital
Can
Creations.
you be more
Can
audible?
you be more audible? Okay, how about now? Hello?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah, it's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
better now.
it's better now. Okay. So what I would like to discuss is about the ups and downs of my business down. I would love to hear insights on how I would get better with it. Although I do graphic design, I edit videos, and I manage social media platforms. So the problem I have with my business is that people tend to pay attention to people that, like, people fall victim of, like, giving more money to people who don't know how to do these things that I do. And the way I do them, whenever they give me the real attention, like really give me the attention, they are they are always having regret that they should have given it to me instead of giving it to that person that they spent more than the money that I charge to do those services, especially when it has to do with social media management. So my problem here is that, and also I've been trying to be good in this. I wish I could be able to get someone to work with on on graphical advert, like those adverts that has to do with like, how am I going to describe this thing? Let me say those videos that has to do with some certain designs that that it's just like an advert video. Yeah, an animated advert video. But this ones you are not going to find any cartoon or any kind of human like designs there. What you are going to really find there are just words and so on and so forth. So I would like to, if there's anyone who can be able to put me through in getting better in that, I would really appreciate.
Mr. Segun, are you there?
Yeah, I think I have some. It was breaking, but I could piece together what he said. So the first one is concerning people that don't even do this stuff that he does. He does graphics design, he does video editing, he manages people's social media handles. Fantastic business you've got there, my brother. Fantastic business you've got there. But the challenge you're having is your packaging, right? Um, Sometimes people just go for the packaging even if the content is not, doesn't make as much sense as your own. So yes, you could be doing better, you could have better services, better products and all of that, but the kind of people that they have and they know are not the kinds of people that you have and you know, and that's why you can see that they get more patronage, right? So what you need to do, two things. Number one, you need more exposure. Do you have a marketing budget? Now, what marketing to do, when to do your marketing, how to do your marketing is a different conversation. But number one, do you have a marketing budget? Right? Then, number two, what kind of price are you charging? Because I always tell people your business cannot scale by being the cheapest in the market. Right? So, and again, the price you put sometimes will attract the kind of clients you've got. You know, in my early days in my business, there was a time I didn't know. So there was a senator of the Federal Republic that happened to be my client, and I gave him a quote of my product, and I was like, "Why is it this cheap?" Right? Immediately, I learned my lessons, but thankfully, I managed the situation. I did the damage control. I said, "Oh well, this is the most commonly purchased version." That was how I was able to save the day, and I was able to quote him at a higher price to eventually win the deal. So since that time, I introduced a new line of business. One for the HNIs, those that want the top of the range products, and then one for the general public, right? So what are you charging in terms of pricing? That would also help you. So your marketing and what are you charging? Those are the things that I think you need to look at. Your second question, I didn't get it very well. Can you come again?
Ans Digital, can you come again with your second question? I just granted you access to speak. Ans Digital, are you still with us?
Okay, yes,
I
I'm with
just
you.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. My second question is this digital advert video whereby a short video that has to do with talking about why they should patronize the business and the services the business offer. So I've been thinking on how to balance it up on doing it in a way that is going to get more attention. That's
How
my
to get more
question.
attention? Okay, sorry. Continue, please. I thought you are done.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. That's just the question.
Okay, so I think you should just Google out how to market with the kind of budget you have and for your kind of business, because again, your kind of business may have some peculiarities in the demographics of the customers that you should target, right? um my marketing campaign in my own business will vary from yours, because yours is more digital, right? And the one I have been using as an example out of all the businesses I run is not as digital as your own, right? We are still very heavy on the mainstream media. We are more focused on real estate, and we go for targeted real estate companies, and that's how we do our marketing. But for your own kind of business, just about anybody, again, just about in quotation marks, just about anybody can be your own customer, right? So the way I'm going to do my marketing is not the way you are going to do your marketing. I would be happy if you, at the end of this session, sign up for the mentorship. That's because we have a package with RiseVest, that after this session, we would be happy to hold a few people who are interested in their business, and then I'll be happy that you can sign up, and then I can introduce you to our marketing team that can give you one or two tips. Again and again, nobody knows everything, but because this is their own terrain and this is what they've been doing for years in the department of my business and of the club, we also have got a lot of these things. Then they can help you, they can guide you on how you can go about your own marketing for your own demographics. If I tell you what I do, it's not going to work for you, because I work, the business that I'm talking about, it's purely into real estate. So we only target real estate developers and so on and so forth. But for you, apart from real estate, you can also market to schools, you can market to institutions in the financial services industry, and so on and so forth. That's why I said just about anybody can be your own client, and there is no one-way marketing approach. Really, there's really no one-way marketing approach, and there's no bad marketing as well. Anyway, those things we can talk about them outside this session. Just sign up with RiseVerse for a post 4 week program, and then we can do that one-on-one session. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Segun. Thank you, Hans, for for asking that quite insightful question. So I'm going to be talking more on that when we are rounding up. Um, when we're rounding up this session today, our final session. So Chidera, you wanted to speak before. I'm going to grant you access to speak now, so you can go ahead. Chidera, are you with us? Hello, Chidera. Okay, I guess she doesn't want to speak anymore. Okay. So guys, the question is very simple, really. The question is very simple. The question is, how do you face challenges? How do you face setbacks in your business? What do you do? Have you faced any in the past? Are you facing one right now? What do you do when you face setbacks in terms of like during tough times? What are the things you put in place to mitigate a little, some of your losses? What are the things you put in place? How do you make sure you don't lose more than you already have? And is there any like strategies you've used in the past that has been very helpful for you? You would like to share with us because we don't know everything, so it would be very, very, very nice if we could hear more people speak on this. So guys, please, this floor is open for questions. You can just how it works. You can just request to speak by tapping on the icon in the middle of the voice chat. So there's like a um an icon where you can request to speak, and then you tap it, and then I grant you access. Or you better see if you don't want to speak, you can drop it in the chat, and then we take it from there. You can just drop your question in the chat. Okay, Fiku wants to speak, and Fika will grant you access to speak. Then we go, guys. Just keep the hands up. So once this person is done, I'll grant you access, and then we just keep it rolling, so we don't waste much time. So Fika, I've granted you access to speak. Let's hear from you, please.
Okay, so good evening. So I have a question. For someone that is getting paid in dollars now, what do you advise them to do with that money? Transfer? Do they convert the money to naira, or leave it in their dollar accounts? I really, and also, what is the best dollar account to use for something like that? That's just my question.
So Fiku, come again, come again, please. What was your question? I was having a bit of network issue. Oh, Mr. Sheikh, did you hear any of that?
Sorry, can you come again with that
Fiku,
question, please?
Fiku, please, can you come again with that question?
Okay, so I said that for someone who's getting paid in dollars, is it best to convert the money to naira or to leave it in a dollar? And if you're leaving it in a dollar account, what is the best dollar account to use for that kind of thing? That's my question.
For someone to, I'm struggling to get this. For someone who earns in dollars or something, I didn't. Can you maybe you should use the chat?
So,
I didn't get that.
so, so I think what she's trying to ask is for someone earning in dollars, what is the best strategy for her to do? Is it to convert the money she's earning in dollars to naira, or she should save in a dollar account? So
Oh,
I
okay,
think
okay.
I'll
For
allow
someone
you go
who is
first,
earning
then
in
I go
dollars,
after.
okay. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So thank you. So for someone earning in dollars, well, our advice will invest in that same currency, but also if you can take your investments uh cross continent. Because typically we see crashes in different industries in different continents. Sometimes you have the US markets, housing crash. Sometimes you have the stocks crash and all of those things. But if you're earning in dollars, don't just leave it in a dumb account. It's doing nothing. Inflation is eroding the power of that currency. RiseVest is a fantastic, platform where you can invest in, and you can also invest in other currencies. I mean, US is not the only, it's not the best performing currency in the world year in year out, right? So you can also invest in other places. Well, this is a conversation that is a bit sensitive, so I'll be happy to take it off channel and discuss, with you. But RiseVest is a very fantastic app. I have been using RiseVest since probably the inception of RiseVest, and it's done wonders for me. So I recommend for RiseVest. And then if you're looking for something else, then yeah, we can take that offline rather than just putting your money in the DOM account.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Shegun, for that. I was also going to touch on that, but I think you touched majority on that. So one thing we've witnessed in recent times is how the volatility of our exchange rates, especially our currency. So statistics wise, and like according to like economists and like statistics wise, is much way better, and it's more favorable for you if you said you earn in dollars, if it's in a dollar asset, or if it's in a dollar currency, or if it's a dollar savings than our currency because of volatility of the naira. So currently, I think yesterday or today, a new inflation rate for May has been dropped. I was reading, I just came through it. I think it's up from last month again. So currently we're in about 33.9. I just came through it. So, and this has been going on for like quite some months. We've been seeing like a surge in our inflation rates. And what inflation means is high cost of price of goods and services. So you want to keep your money, or save your money, or invest your money in a currency that is very stable, which, as you said, you already earn in dollar. A dollar investment is a more stable currency. Inflation rate in dollar is about 3.9%, 4% in approximately. So there is no like a very big surge. Well, in if we are comparing to naira, there's three. So, and Risevest offer this option, so you can skim through the app on Risevest, check out the your risk appetite, and move forward from there. I hope that answers your question. Um, so someone else was raising. I'm trying to see who was raising up their hand. Okay, Olalekan, you were raising up your hand before. I'm going to grant you access to speak you have if you still have any questions or contribution. Does it have to be question? It can be contribution. Olalekan, I just granted you access to speak. You can go ahead. You can just tap the icon in the middle of the voice chat and then speak. Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Please, I just jumped into the meeting now. So, my question is like this real estate of a thing. I'm trying to understand how the thing grows, as in the investment, how the investment grows. And another one is this equity investment. I'm trying to understand the logic behind it and how the thing is being run. Because I saw some like the risks behind it, like it's like on the high side. Hello?
So basic. So I think you're asking a product question. If I get you correctly, you are trying to ask what the real estate. I don't know if it's okay. I'm guessing it's real estate on rise. What's the risks averse or what's the pros and cons. So and how it works. So basically, how this is not a product like a product session, but just to like give you a brief rundown before I allow the next person to speak. So guys, please, we are not taking any product question right now. We're just focusing on the topic for today's session. How the real estate on Rise works is Rise has real estate assets outside the country in the United States where it's located. Rise has real estate in abroad in the United States, and they offer a real estate package where people like me and you can invest in by putting a percentage of our money to save. And the pros is first you're investing in dollar denominated assets where like your there's no spike in exchange rate volatility. Another um pros is the your percentage or your percentage per year is between 12%. So there's a lot of pros and cons. The only like there's really no cons except few times when like we see like housing market volatility, which doesn't really happen in the United States as much. This year it's been very impressive. Real estate in the United States have been really impressive. Let's just go to the next question, which involves like the current topic we're talking about. Uh, I think DJ still wants to speak. DJ, I'm going to grant you access since nobody is raising their hand. Let's hear from you. DJ,
Thank
are
you
you with me?
again. Yes, I'm on call. Now, another question. What is sustainable business? And what are those factors or must do's in running or building a sustainable business? That is my question.
Thank you, DJ, for that question. That was a very, very good question. So Mr. Shegun, you just joined, so I'm going to give you a brief rundown of DJ asked a question. I don't know if you can hear me now. Can I go ahead? Mr. Shegun, are you with me? Because I just saw you join now. So I'm guessing network. Mr. Shegun, are you still with us? Hello? Hello, Mr. Shegun. So I'm guessing Mr. Shegun is having network issues. So as you already said, we're going to drop a form right after this call. Um, the purpose of this form is to have serious people who are willing to like take the entrepreneurship skill to the next level. Because one thing Warren Buffett said, he said the best investment you can make is on yourself. So that's the most important investment you can make an investment in housing, cars, stock shares, anything can happen. But the best investment you can always make is on yourself. What does that mean? That means how do you like invest in yourself? By learning every time, by being up to date on like investment opportunities, by being up to date in how you can better yourself. So that's really what investing in yourself means. And this apprenticeship opportunity, this apprenticeship session is going to give you that, because it's going to be a one-on-one with like real business people where they mentor you on how to go in your next line of business or how to
Sorry,
scale in your
can you
business.
hear me now? Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes. I can hear you
Yeah,
now.
please can yeah, please can you come again with the question?
So DJ was basically asking you how to source for sustainable business. How can you tell a business is sustainable? JJ, am I right, or can you buttress more on that?
The question is, what is sustainable business? And what are the factors and must do's in building a sustainable business?
Okay, thank you for your question. So a sustainable business comes in two ways. Number one, something that can operate without your physical involvement. Businesses are built on systems, not around people. That's number one. Can you leave that business for 30 days and things will run as though you were on ground? An SOP, which I spoke about 2 weeks ago, or was it last week, is actually what makes a business sustainable. Um, that's number one. Number two, there must be unit metrics for growth. There must be unit metrics for growth. What do I mean by unit metrics? How every kobo that is spent goes out of the business and multiplies and returns. I do not spend any business money if I cannot justify it monetarily. So it my unit economics actually helps me to ensure that the business is growing, in leaps and bounds. Also, a sustainable business is the one that can outlast you. Now, what are the must do's, or what are the core factors, non-negotiables, when it comes to sustainable business? Number one, you must have a standard operating procedure. You must have a standard operating procedure that at any point in time, anybody can fit into the business, see the rules and regulations, sees the manufacturing process, sees the way the service is delivered, and can fit into it automatically and deliver the same thing as any other person will deliver. That's number one. Number two factor is that you must be able to ensure that whoever is purchasing is someone who is going to drop money, because you can have all the strategies in the world. If they are not going to pay for the service, sorry, you cannot deliver that service. However, when you have returning customers, then you can consider giving credit facilities that will not hurt your business, because at the end of the day, all the strategies and the grammar boils down to the naira and the kobo. Those are the two things I can say. Yes, we can do a Google search and see all manner of strategies and whatever, but these are too core for me. I can stay away from the business and the business will continue to run, which means if at the end of the day The business can outlast me at my old age. That's number one. Number two, payments. I'm always very key on payments. Cash is king when it comes to business. Cash flow is king. Of course, we can talk about, oh, you need to have a board of director for succession planning. Oh, you need to introduce your proteges so that they can learn from you and learn the ropes as the business grows. Oh, we need to see all those the governance. They are fantastic. I love them. I have no issues with them. But at the end of the day, you may have board of directors and you are having a messy numbers in the business. It's going to go down. There are many businesses that have board of directors and the businesses have gone down. So I appreciate all of those board of directors, all of those strategies, marketing, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if you are running a business, it should be something that can run without your physical involvement, and it should be something that brings in money in the numbers. Any expenditure is coming back with a revenue and a profit margin on top of that revenue. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Segun. I hope that answered your question, DJ. So we are past our time. Mr. Segun, what do you say? Still Unique is raising up his or her hand. Should we take one last question, or we should just round this up? Because we are meant to end it, but there's been a lot of network lags. What do you say, Mr. Segun?
Sorry, I didn't get that. Can you come again, please?
Okay, so I said because there's been a lot of lags. Do you think we should take one last question, or let's just round this up? Because
No,
it's
let's
past
take one
our
more question,
close
please.
time.
Let's take one more question since we are here and this is the last
Oh,
session.
okay. Still Unique, you raised up your hand. So please, guys, no product question, just questions on what we are discussing tonight. Still Unique, I'm going to grant you access to speak. So I just granted you access to speak. You can speak now. Still Unique, are you there? Still Unique, are you there? Okay, I'm guessing Still Unique doesn't want to speak. So guys, we have come to the end of this very, very insightful mentorship program. It's been a very, very good run. I've enjoyed every bit of it, from week one to week two to week three, and today, which makes it week four. It's been very insightful. I've been able to get some insightful knowledge and actionable advice on how to scale as an entrepreneur. That's It's been a really, really good run. So guys, how this will go is we are going to drop I'm going to drop a form right now, just right after the call or before this call ends. And if you are interested in a one-on-one mentorship program on entrepreneurship, you should join this. You should sign up for this, because it's going to be a very, very insightful one. If you'd been here from week one, week two, week three, week four, you can tell it's you can even go to our YouTube to watch highlights. You can tell it's going to be a really, really good one. But now it gives you more access to a one-on-one apprenticeship opportunity. Basically, how this goes is, normally, for because we're in collaboration with Club E.F.I, that are willing to accept some people for a one-on-one apprenticeship um mentorship program. But normally you are meant to pay for all these kind of actionable advice and actionable insights. But because this is a collaboration, they're going to select a few people on going forward on their entrepreneurship journey. So you don't really want to miss this. I'm going to be dropping the form now. So if you are genuinely interested in this program, you should join. If you are an entrepreneur, if you are just joining, if you're about to join, if you're about to start your entrepreneur journey, if you are you've been in it for quite some time and you're trying to what's the way forward, you should fill this form I'm going to drop right and fill in with all necessary details, and please follow instructions in the form. And please, you want to fill this as soon as possible, because spaces are limited. As we all know, this is a premium apprenticeship program. it's it's a premium one, so you want to fill it as soon as it drops, so so you don't miss out on this opportunity. So it's simple and straightforward. You fill in your names, details, and everything that is asked there, and you try to so everything that has been going on from week 1 to week 4, you also answer the questions. It's a very simple, straightforward question. You're not going to spend less than 1 minute, 2 minutes, 2 minutes tops, but you're not going to spend more than 2 minutes. I assure you, it's a very straightforward question, and you want to join this program. But guys, I want to hear from you before we round this up. I want to hear from everyone because I have a very, very good news on before we end this session. I have a very good news, but it depends on how we engage or how we interact before I drop this. I want to hear from us. How has this mentorship program been from week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4? You can drop it on the chat box, guys. In one word, how has it been? You can drop it on the chat box. I want to. We are about like 30 people here, so it would be nice to hear. Even if you are just joining today, if you joined just last week, I want to hear from like a lot of people before we end this. How has it been for you? What have you managed to learn? You can drop just drop in one word. How has it been? How has this mentorship program been? Have you learned something? Have you been able to gain one or two? Guys, let's drop let's drop something because I have something I want to announce, but it depends on if you really enjoy it because this is what I mean. We're setting up this for everyone here, so this is what is moving everyone forward to like, okay, let's do more of this. But we have to hear from you before. I have to hear from you first. Okay, let's announce this. Let's do more on this. Let's double down on this. So guys, let's drop. We're 30 people here, so it will be nice. It would be nice to like hear a lot of of um of our contributions. How has it been for us? Let's keep on. Let's drop it fast so we can round this up because I have something special I want to drop, but it depends on. I want to know if we enjoy this. Insightful. Okay, Elijah said it was insightful. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you for tuning in every time. Hada said tremendous. Thank you, Ada. Samuel said it has been practical and action oriented. Thank you. We like that we people are taking more action in doing all this and they're putting it into practice. It's not just we're not just coming here to like okay this is something you should also put in practice. Me, I'm going to put in practice too. I'm going to put some of the things I learned into practice. DJ said it has been insightful. Ben Johnson said insightful. Though just joined today, I loved it. Oh wow. So I'm going to drop Ben Johnson. I'm going to drop highlight on the channel on week 1, week 2. Drop it on our YouTube channel, and we're also going to drop this. We're also going to collate this and forward it to the team to rearrange for upload on YouTube. So you are going to get more insights. Insightful. Mimi said it's pushing me to launch my side hustles into the market with less anxiety and more business confidence. Wow, that's really great. That's really great. Charlie said it has been amazing section. Okay, guys, keep it coming. So we don't waste any much time um of our guest time. And Mr. Shega, I would like to really, really appreciate you for taking the time every evening from week 1 to tune in every since I think sometime in May, every 7 p.m.
It's a
finish
pleasure.
on Saturdays. We
It's
would
a
like to
pleasure.
like
Thank you
really
very much,
appreciate
Victor.
you for taking the time to be
Thank
with
you.
us. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it being um for being involved in this learning curve is a really great one. Thank you, Mr. Sherry. Thank you.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you so much to you and your team and everyone. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
thank you, Mr. Sherry. Thank you, Mr. Sherry. So I'm going to drop the form now right after this call. So guys, like I said, you want to fill out the form immediately. It's a very straightforward one. So there's no two ways about it. I'll fill it like guys, fill it immediately. Or you can fill it in your spare time, but I would advise you fill it immediately so you can move forward quickly on your entrepreneur journey. Uh, so thank you everyone. It's true. I'm reading the comments now and I'm like, okay, it's been a great one. So I said I was going to drop um a I said I was going to drop something for depending on how we enjoy this. So I guess a lot of us enjoyed it. So I'm going to just say it here. So we're going to continue this more often. So on this session with Club E.F.I, which I've appreciated Mr. Segun for this, and Club E.F.I too. We focus on entrepreneurship. We are also in talks to also reach out to. Okay, we have reached out to an HR, a very experienced HR, and um, this said HR is going to be taking us on for many people are in 9 to 5, how you can do well, how you can move from entry level to mid level, from mid level to like senior. Um, like Mr. Shegun said during the course of this explanation, not everyone, if you don't want to be like entrepreneurship is, if you know it's not for you, it's not for you. If you know you want to do your employee 9 to 5, it's also a great one. So we are going to be having that when it talks to make this happen as soon as possible, so we can get started. The point of this conversation we have every time we organize this is to better ourselves. The point of bettering yourself is you are investing on yourself. The point of investing in yourself is where you are today. You want to also see an improvement and look back. Okay, yes, I've done something. Okay, this is how I did this thing to achieve this and that. So thank you everyone for joining week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Wow, it's been like a really insightful one, a great one, a nice experience with you all for always joining. If you are just joining today, too, thank you for joining. So always in. So we also have a book club which we organize every Thursday. We're talking about a book called "You Are Not Broke, We Are Rich" by Mapalomak, which is a South African author. It's a really good book. Last week Thursday, this Thursday that just passed, we talked about investing in retirement. This is a very critical topic and very crucial, but people will be like, I'm too young to start investing in retirement. But this book taught us a lot, and it dismissed that notion. You are never too young to start investing in retirement. Even you are even this is the right time to start investing in retirement for the young ones. Because you are going to, while investing in retirement at this early age, you are also investing in compounding. You're investing in like there's a lot of compound interest when you start early. So we organize this every Thursday by 6 p.m. every Thursday. We're also looking on getting the author of the book to come talk with us on this book and share more insights. And Mapalomaku, you can check out on our socials. We're looking on working with her to come share more insight on this book, on probably one of this chapter before we round this book. So invite your friends, let's learn together. One thing about being in this community is you are going to grow. That's it. If you are willing to and you are like you are taking the initiative to, you are going to grow. You are going to grow, maybe financially, knowledge wise, insights. You are going to learn something. You are going to learn something, and that's the point why we always try to organize this. So thank you everyone. Thank you, Mr. Shegu, again. This was a really really good one. This was a very great 4 weeks. Wow, I can't believe it's already 4 weeks. Just like yesterday, we started the first week. It's a really good one. We even held one, guys. We held one during Champions League final. I was even like, will people tune in to like listen on this? But a lot of people tuned in to listen on a Champions League final. So it's been a great one, guys. It's been a great one. So thank you, guys. I hope you all have a restful weekend. I'm going to drop this on the channel now. Let me drop this before I end this call. Let me just drop it now before I end this call, so we can all have a restful weekend. So I'm going to drop this now as soon as I end this call. So guys, you want to feel this as soon as possible. You want to feel this. You can share to your immediate close circle that you believe would want to scale in the entrepreneurship journey and are very serious on scaling it, you can share. Thank you guys. It's nice for you all to join in. Have a restful weekend, everyone. Thank you. I'm going to end this now. 3, 2,